Elon Musk discusses the isolation of his trans daughter. As one of the richest men in the world, Elon Musk frequently makes the headlines. He has done so much that it's hard to keep track of all his achievements and contributions to science and technology. His life is an open book, and people cannot help but be curious about his lifestyle and family. For a man so rich, he probably has the best life, right? However, just like any human being on the internet, he has his share of family drama. His daughter Vivian Jenna Wilson, whose birth name was Xavier Alexander Musk, filed for the legal change of her name and gender. Besides changing her given name, she wanted to drop her family's father name and use her mother's maiden name, which is Wilson. In her petition, she made it very clear that she didn't want to be associated with Elon anymore. She wanted to sever ties with her biological father for good. People are now wondering how Elon reacted to his daughter's petition. What happened that led Vivian to make such a petition? Was it because of Elon's insensitive tweets about using gender pronouns? Fans were calling Elon transphobic, and he had no plans to take back his words. All in all, Elon had 8 children. He was married to Canadian author Justin Wilson and had their first child. Unfortunately, the baby died of sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, at the age of 10 weeks. Perhaps this unfortunate event made Elon and Justin decide to have their next child through IVF. In 2004, Justin gave birth to twins Griffin and Xavier. Xavier is now known as Vivian. In 2006, they welcomed their triplets Kai, Saxon, and Damien. Elon and Justin's marriage ended in 2008. Justin had been very open about the fact that she never felt like a wife. She was treated more like an employee or a trophy wife of Elon. It didn't take long for Elon to move on because in that same year of his divorce, he started dating English actress Tallulah Riley. They got married in 2010, but 2 years later, they got divorced. They reconciled and rekindled their relationship, and in 2013, they got married for the second time. Tallulah had gushed over how romantic Elon was. This is something you don't hear often. In an interview with The Independent, Tallulah said that she decided to step in as stepmother to Elon's children and help him take care of them. They didn't have any children together, but sad to say their love story ended, and they got divorced in 2016 again. Again, Elon was quick to jump into the dating scene. Even if his divorce from Tallulah was not yet finalized, there were rumors that he was already dating Amber Heard. They dated only for a few months, but it was reported multiple times that the two had created embryos together. But Elon was not on board with having children with Amber. Allegedly, there was a legal battle between the two. Elon wanted to destroy the embryos, but Amber wanted to keep them. She had been dreaming of becoming a mother for so long, and she would not let anyone stomp on that. Amber welcomed her first child, Una Page Heard, via surrogate. She had never spoken about the paternity of her daughter, and this got people talking and suspecting that Elon must be the father. Neither of them confirmed or denied this rumor. After Elon and Amber split, he began dating, and 2 years later, they had their first child together. Their son's name was so difficult to read, and fans felt sorry for the child. With the name they had given their son, the couple had violated California law by using characters that were not in the English alphabet. They were reprimanded to change his name, and they did, but it was still a strange name. In order to make things easier for everyone, the couple called their son simply X. Barely a year after the son was born, Elon confirmed that he and Grimes had broken up. In an interview with Time in 2021, where he was named Person of the Year, Elon described his relationship with Grimes as follows. Grimes and I'd say, probably semi-separated. We weren't seeing each other that much, and I think this is to some degree a long-term thing, because what she needs to do is mostly in LA or touring, and my work is mostly in remote locations like this. He added that he was single and that he spent so much time working at the SpaceX launch facility in Texas. This place is basically like a technology monastery, you know. There are some women here, but not many, and it's remote. In an interview with Vanity Fair in March this year, Grimes also opened up about her relationship with Elon. She said, "There's no real word for it. I would probably refer to him as my boyfriend, but we're very fluid. We live in separate houses, we're best friends, we see each other all the time, we just have our own thing going on, and I don't expect other people to understand it." She also revealed that they had welcomed their first daughter together, Exa, in December 2021 via surrogate. They nicknamed her Y. Grimes had said that she and Elon were planning to have more children together. Just a few weeks before Elon and Grimes' daughter was born, Elon secretly welcomed twins with Neuralink's daughter of operations and special projects, Siobhan Zillis. The names of their children were not yet revealed in public. Having a lot of children could be pretty overwhelming, even for someone as rich as Elon. It's hard to deal with the children's needs and wants, not to mention giving support to their mothers. Elon had always said that he loved and supported all his children, so people are confused now because of this sudden news about Vivian. No one could believe that she personally filed a petition to disassociate herself from her famous and controversial father. This is a serious matter, and everybody wanted to know what Elon did this time that so heavily disappointed one of his children. As soon as Vivian turned 18, she filed a petition in Los Angeles County Superior Court. She was born a biological male, and now she wishes to change her gender to female, as well as drop her famous family name. She wanted to be legally named Vivian Jenna Wilson. The official reason that she wrote in the petition was posted online. She wrote, "Gender identity and the fact that I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form." Shortly after Vivian filed her petition, the court granted her wishes. The court ruling read, "The petitioner's name is changed from Xavier Alexander Musk to Vivian Jenna Wilson. The gender of the petitioner is changed from male to female." After this news broke out, Elon made no comment, which was unusual because he always has something to say when his life was in the spotlight. Elon had never said much about his relationship with Vivian. No one had any idea how he responded to his daughter's petition. Vivian's mother, on the other hand, has expressed publicly that she was proud of what her daughter did. People suspected that Vivian did this because her father had been making comments regarding the use of gender pronouns. Elon had been tweeting that there were no such things as gender differences. In June 2022, he tweeted, "We're simultaneously being told that gender differences do not exist and that genders are so profoundly different that irreversible surgery is the only option. Perhaps someone wiser than me can explain this dichotomy." Many fans were offended by his statement. They thought that Elon was such a hypocrite because clearly he had done something with his hair with the help of surgery. He was called out for minding other people's business with their bodies. Nobody should be criticized for choosing to undergo surgery to feel good about their bodies. As early as 2020, Elon had already shown his struggle with using gender pronouns. In July 2020, he tweeted, "Pronouns suck." His ex-partner Grimes had even called him out and told him to stop, but Elon kept on going. Months later, he posted a meme that made fun of the use of gender pronouns on social media. A few days later, he tweeted again and wrote, "I absolutely support transphobic, but all of these pronouns are an aesthetic nightmare." In May, Elon announced that he was supporting the Republican Party's elected representative, Ron DeSantis. DeSantis was known for his conservative views. He signed a bill banning the discussion of gender identity and sexual orientation in schools and showing support for new legislation that limits trans rights in the country. With Elon's personal and political beliefs about the LGBTQ community, many had criticized him for not looking after his daughter's welfare. Supporting someone who has this kind of view and belief could greatly affect Vivian. Now people understand why his daughter Vivian wanted to cut ties with him. It must have been difficult for his daughter to realize that he was not always on her side. There are still people who have not embraced the LGBTQ community fully, but to have a family member who often makes nasty and insensitive comments about the community is just intolerable and unacceptable. This decision was not an easy one, but Vivian was brave enough to stand by what she believed. Regardless of her father's power and money, she chose to prioritize herself first. There were a few loyal fans of Elon who called Vivian a spoiled and entitled child, but the majority have shown their support and love for Vivian. It must have been so liberating for her to finally become her true self. What do you think of Vivian's decision to cut ties with her father? What do you think Elon feels upon hearing this? Let me know your thoughts and stay tuned for our next video. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.